I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Good morning, world. It's very early, and it's another edition of I Got the Hell Out.
What the hell was that?
I'm not even awake yet. Seriously, it's like, what, 9:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
I'm not awake. It was like Good Morning Vietnam.
I know that. But still, what the hell was that?
It's not even milk time. It's coffee. I mean, I don't even have enough coffee.
It's coffee and milk dud time for you.
I can't eat the milk duds because then you can hear it and I sound like a cow.
We don't want that.
Anyway, did you watch Manson the other night on Dateline?
You know what? I'm so pissed off.
I was going to call
about
you.
It.
I was going to call you.
I forgot about it, but I'm sure it's on demand. And I was talking to a bunch of people that did watch it. And I think a lot of the clips they used were from the was it the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch that.
So that was amazing. You got to watch that.
I watched the Manson thing though. Anybody out there? By the way, Leslie has been paroled.
Wait, are you talking about the Ted Bundy thing on 2020 or the Manson thing? When was that on? A couple weeks ago?
No, this was on the other night.
Oh, okay, then I guess it must have been like
it was on at
Ted
9 o'clock
Bundy.
at night.
Did they talk about Ted Bundy too?
It was Manson.
Then we're talking about two different things.
Exactly. But anyway, Leslie was paroled finally at 66.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane. I don't understand why.
Why she was paroled?
Yeah.
Because I guess she was found not crazy after all this time. I don't know. I mean, how much harm is she going to do at 66?
I don't care, but she killed people. Keep her ass in jail.
Hey, we're not going to talk about that. Remember we talked about the books being green?
Yes.
I was contacted by Mel. Hi, Mel, an ex-member. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm waving.
You're waving. I
know. Her original book in the late 80s was blue.
Oh.
So I don't know if they get deals on colors, whatnot. I didn't ever work at the press room.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but remember, they're purple now.
Guess what you get is what you get.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Feast registration is now online. Sign up now.
No.
Yeah, and I forgot to write down when the actual feast is, so I'll have to give that to you next week.
Okay.
We'll have to do a special edition.
So you can register online.
Well, of course, they're in the 21st century. Are we in? Yeah, 21st.
You're gonna stop it there. Just, hey, you know what? We'll just blame everything on it being early.
When you told me we had no other time to do this except be here at 9 a.m., I was like, okay.
Hey, I have another wine tasting to go to this afternoon.
Really?
I do, at 1.
Oh, you gonna be drunk.
And, well, I went to one last night, and there's another one today, and it is a taste of every single wine they have there, which is 40 of them.
So you're doing like 40 shots of wine?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a full shot. I think it's just going to be like a tiny bit, just like a little sip or something.
But still, what is
40
shots of wine? What does that equal?
I don't know.
How many glasses?
A good time. It equals a good time.
Damn. How many? Anyway, I'd like to say hi to Jenna L. I'm sorry, girl. I didn't let her in for like a couple days because I wanted to read this shit. And,
okay.
And if I let her in, I lose it.
Gotcha.
So, hi, girl. She answered and said, your podcast came up as a suggestion on iTunes. If I need to prove I'm a real person, I grew up near Pittsburgh in a city called Johnstown. It was a shithole, but I haven't been able to find decent pierogies since. Hi, girl. I let you in.
Absolutely.
I did. All right. I have some really freaking exciting news.
What? Uh-oh, that look in your face.
I know. I got to find what I'm looking for here, okay? Really exciting news, okay?
Is this from what? From where?
Oh, do you know of something called Uproxx?
No.
UPROXX.
Nope.
It's apparently online somewhere. Let's see. I'd like to give a thanks to Crystalie C, Amanda M, and our good friend Janika. Apparently, we are in the top 10 best podcasts worth listening to right now, and we are number 3.
What?
Holy shit! I about died.
About cults.
Look at that!
Wait.
About cults. We are number.
Get
we
the
are
hell
number
out.
3. Okay.
In cult podcasts.
In cult podcasts. Okay. Now I'm gonna read.
I'll be damned.
I'm gonna read what they wrote about us. See that?
Oh my God. Okay.
Debbie, I Got the Hell Out's host, spent 10 years in what she calls an Old Testament polygamous doomsday cult. Holy shit! Debbie sits down with her pal and co-host Laura to talk about her experience in a fundamentalistic Christian cult, the draconian practices and beliefs, and how she got the hell out. This is an amazing first-person account of what life was like in a cult and the aftermath. It's engaging, funny, terrifying, and what I don't know what that word is.
Where are you?
C-A-T, cathartic?
Cathartic.
Oh, okay. My tongue wouldn't work. Anyway,
It's early. Remember, everything, it's early.
They suggested listening to episode 40, Interview with Debbie's Mom, and alternately start with episode 1. I always say or start with episode 22, but we're number 3.
Unbelievable.
Of
Holy
like,
shit. Guys, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We got to find a link to that and post it.
I literally was screaming in my, I'm posting with...
Well, no, but I mean for like Instagram and on Twitter. I'll have to find... What's it called again? Uproxx?
Uproxx. UPROXX.
Okay, I'll find it.
And it's the best of the cult.
Son of a bitch.
Number 3.
Woo!
Number 3. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, I almost called you at like 10:30 last night.
Oh, I'd been fast asleep.
I know that. Okay, let's say, wow. Ancher, I think I got her name right this time.
Okay.
She says, "Hi guys, it's me again, Ancher. Slightly strange post, but I wanted to thank you guys. I was in a really bad car accident on Valentine's Day. I was listening to your podcast when the accident happened, and I was trapped in the car for a while.
Holy shit.
One of the other drivers got out and sat with me while we waited for the ambulance. He calmed me down, and we listened to you guys together."
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
In a car accident. "By the time the ambulance got there to pull me out, you guys had got me cheered up and laughing again. I'm okay, just going to be on crutches for a while. But yeah, thanks."
Aww.
Good Lord, girl. I hope you are okay.
Oh, man, sending good vibes. Yeah.
We helped out in a car accident.
I hope she wasn't in the accident because of us.
Good Lord, girl. Healing vibes.
Healing vibes.
Don't fall on them crutches, man. Chris S. thought I needed a peanut butter pump. I'm looking into it.
Oh, you gotta post that.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
To Marissa N. People are sleuthing out there, man. They are sleuthing. I would love to be able to post this, sweetheart, but it's not time yet. But she gave us a 2016 sky view of the cult compound.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at all those trailers.
Well, yeah, those are feast trailers. Those are left there.
Okay.
And by the way, anything that's on the grounds now, you have to sign a vow unto death.
That all belongs to the little man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
Of course.
Anything that's there, it belongs to him.
Of course it does.
All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Thank you to the ex-member L. She found the picture that we were looking for in episode 50. Here's Lil Man sitting in on a peace conference.
Oh my God.
Look, he even got a little ear thing in his ear.
Yep. He has like little headphones on or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's several pictures of him like this, but do you see how it makes it appear that he's actually at a peace conference at the UN?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that crazy?
It makes him look like he's so important.
Little man. Oh, look, it even has his name there, like he's important.
Oh, I'm telling you what, it was probably one of those things where you get to take a picture as a souvenir.
Okay, now this ex-member, she's a wealth of information. She once had a woman judge tell her to not give her children stuffed animals.
Why?
Because it encourages bestiality.
Oh my God.
You laugh and I'm horrified.
So giving your kid a stuffed animal means
Encourages bestiality.
They're going to want to bang their stuffed animal. Oh my God, that is so ridiculous.
I remember my kids growing up and we watched Zaboomafoo. Do you remember Zaboomafoo?
Yes.
It came out over the pulpit and my kids were crushed that they could not watch Zaboomafoo anymore. Because
it's educational.
It starts out as a puppet. No, it starts out as a real lemur.
Okay.
Prancing around out in Africa. And then, poof, it turns into a puppet that talks.
Right, so you can have the show.
Well, yeah, that's not real. It's pagan. So, yeah. My kids cried when their dad told them they couldn't watch Zaboomafoo anymore.
Oh, my God.
You know, yeah. Screw you, little man. Anyway, remember we were talking about the bread sacks?
How could I forget?
Same member, hot girl, you still have to get a hold of me. I have no idea who you are. She uses a pseudo name on here. Here we go. The bread sacks started out when the women in the cafeteria gave him Sabbath bread delivered in a sack.
Okay.
Someone got the idea to write a cutesy saying on the sack, and he bragged about it during a sermon. It was a regular after that.
Gotcha.
Because anything little man likes, oh my gosh, it's the bee's knees, man.
Yeah, man, it's extra special.
Yeah, so, writing on sacks now is the thing.
Writing on your sack. Do you use a Sharpie, I wonder?
Well, some of them are written in pen, some are Sharpie. Go on their official page. You can cruise through there.
I was talking about sacks.
Oh gosh, I need to drink a coffee after that. Hold on.
Oh, it's way too early.
It's too early. Sarah P. had a question.
Uh-huh.
And I really can't answer it, but I'm going to give the question anyway.
Okay.
Because, there's lots of ex-members and they might be able to answer.
Oh, so you can maybe answer it like next episode or something.
Yeah, or there's a lot of ex-members, in the Facebook group. So.
Oh, that's true.
We get answers sometimes.
Okay.
Sarah P. says, I'm curious as to if parole officers ever visited the cult due to the number of released felons in the cult.
Ooh, good question.
Girl, I honestly don't know who's out there anymore, but I do know they have a prison ministry, because that's what Pedophile Elder does with his time, because I think he was sentenced to 20 to 30 years. I don't know. But yeah, he has his own little prison ministry and ships people to the cult afterwards.
God.
But girl, I don't know. I can tell you, I don't know where you live, but in the United States, when you have a probation or a parole officer, you either have to report to them at a stated time or they come to your residence. And if they come to your residence and you don't live on the cult property, it wouldn't be affected in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean, Laura?
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And if they did live on cult property, they would probably use a different address. Somebody not normal, but do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like you're a cult member, Laura, but you live in your house. You don't live on the compound. You don't live in a trailer. Right.
Right, that makes sense.
So they do different things like that. Okay. Now, Tom. I love Tom. Tom's been a member for a long time. Hi, Tom. He asked the question. I've been thinking, women ring the devil's doorbell. What about men? Do they diddle the devil's doorknob? I was crying on this one.
God.
Oh my God, Tom. Love you.
Oh, Tom.
Diddle the devil's doorknob.
Oh, that's a new one. That is a new one.
Okay. Gabrielle M. She gave us a side-by-side of Sia Recoup and Old Dangly Balls. And she says, I'm not sure if it obscures him enough, but in my opinion, Coop is a better looking guy. He was a very good Surgeon General, famous for being personally quite religiously conservative, but willing to talk frankly about the AIDS epidemic at a time when others were unwilling. And girl, no, you didn't obscure his face enough. I'm sorry. I can't post that.
Crap. Yeah.
But I have another one that I'm going to post, okay? Because a lot of people gave us side-by-side stuff for him. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me find it. Oh, here we go. Hi, Mal. And she's an ex-member, and she says, yes, he does resemble Little Man.
Oh, holy shit.
But, oh, God, he's 10 times better looking.
Oh, well yeah, but the resemblance,
I mean, that's an upgrade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That resemblance is freaky.
If he did his hair like, or if Little Man did his hair like his, yeah. So, hi, Mel, we're going to approve that. Okay. What else do I have here? Oh, Mel. Gotta love Mel. She says, note, I hope any women in the cult that are laughing, they're laughing at Little Man. Because remember, you're
not allowed to laugh.
Right. Fine, 25 cents. So y'all, and not only that, I've had ex-members contact me to let me know that they will pay any fines that any women incur for laughing out there. So, women, let's stand up and start laughing in the middle of service.
Oh, could you imagine?
The uprising.
Oh, the chaos that it would cause.
The freaking uprising. Come on. Somebody shared a link here, and the title of it is No, but really, don't put garlic in your vagina.
Yeah, no.
It won't help with the itch, and it might cause other problems.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, it might, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's sad that needs to be told.
I didn't listen to this song, and I don't know who Anita Ward is. Do you?
Oh yeah, she's from the 70s.
Elizabeth C. shared a song to us, and she says, caught up with the latest episode. This song will be stuck in my head for weeks now. Ring My Bell.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I used to love that song when I was little.
Now you're always going to think about ringing the devil's doorbell.
I am. Holy shit. I wonder if that's what it meant.
I don't know.
I mean, in the 70s, I was like 10. So, I mean, I loved that song.
I honestly, I meant to listen to it, and I didn't. So I'm going to have to go on and listen to it.
Oh, you need to listen to it.
Really? Okay. And Sarah P. asks, did you ever find out what they did with the men's wedding rings? My first thought was that, are they going to resale them to the men for their multiple wives? After all, it would be a good money-making endeavor. Girl, no. Sadly, the men who were wearing wedding rings took them off and simply, like a discarded tissue, handed it to their wife. I posted a picture way back. I'll have to take a picture when I get home, Laura.
Okay.
But I still have our set of wedding rings. Why?
Oh, so they gave them to the wives. They didn't hand them over to like Little Man or whatever.
No. I'm sure if they would have thought about it in advance, they would have,
Oh, they would have taken it and sold them.
Or melted them down.
That's what I'm saying, right.
But yeah, back then, no. All they did was simply... I mean, I don't even think Kenny looked at me. I just remember him staring up at the stage, and when they were told that, men can't be owned, the women are owned, and it's not up to anybody to know if a man is married to anybody. And a man can't wear a wedding ring because that signifies that he belongs to a woman.
Oh, we can't have that.
No, because he owns his woman or women.
Gotcha.
And it's nobody's business whether he doesn't have a wife, 1, 20, 40. So no wedding rings for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it got handed to me along with a piece of my heart. And don't ask me why. Like I said, Laura, in the very topmost of my ring section, like nestled together. I'll take a picture when I get home
Oh
again.
my God.
They're meaningless now.
Right.
You know, but back then, yep. And I'm pretty sure that's all I have for pending posts. Oh, by the way, remember I told you we were doing an experiment?
Yes, which I'm afraid of.
Yeah, her page is still public. I guess she doesn't
Oh,
care.
get out.
Yeah. But like I said, there's really nothing interesting on it, so.
I'm actually shocked it's still public.
Yeah, it is what it is. Now, let's
Well, maybe
see.
she just left it public because if she went to private, would know.
Maybe she's not allowed to listen to us because we ridicule her.
That's true.
It's for her own good.
That's right. What was it? Her delicate ears? Her delicate ears can't listen to it.
All right. Remember we talked about the X-rated sermons past 2 episodes?
Yep. The ones that I've had to listen to.
I can't believe your ears aren't bleeding.
You have no idea, girlfriend. You have no idea.
Okay, well, we had a lot of ex-members chime in and other people chime in, and I have to read some of these comments. Okay, ex-member B, dump your load is second place to dick. If it's in order, then he said, dump your load and place your dick in her big ass, big tits. Now it's a party. I told him, you know, he was just a kid back then. I think I met Brandon when he might have been 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetie, I never remember how old you are. I think he's like 30 now, you know.
Okay.
So, I told him he probably didn't even remember them or blocked them out. And he says, I remember them, and I figured out what the tallies and order was for. He goes, I loved those sermons. They were hilarious. Hearing old guys talk about fucking and blowjobs. Ha, 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 ha. And then he says, they were all jealous because none of their wives were doing it. Amanda says, does that say fudge packing? Yes,
Sure
it
does.
did.
Sure does.
And she goes on to say, wow, that's disgusting. He is a vile man. If we can even give him the honor of calling him a man. I'll just keep on referring to him as old dangly balls.
See?
Old dangly balls.
Oh, he's getting off on these tapes.
man.
He's getting off on these tapes, I'm telling you.
Another ex-member, she had no idea what these were because she left before all this shit happened.
Oh, wow.
And I told her what it was, and she goes, and she's from down south, shut the front door. They would say these words, son of a bitch. Yeah. Another ex-member, I remember sitting there trying not to look at my very young children sitting next to me mortified.
How could you not be mortified with your kids there? And then, like, you go home and they're like, you know, Mommy, what are
What's
titties?
a dick?
What are titties?
What's a pussy?
What's fudge packing?
What's sex?
What the hell?
Okay, this is, I asked permission to read this one, okay? Mm-hmm. And another ex-member, Jay, he says, I remember those sermons. And see, here I go, Laura. I'm not just going to use an elder's first letter. We're just going to chop his name up and call him Huda.
Okay.
Okay?
Okie doke.
Elder Huda. And everybody out there knows who the fudge I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Old Huda. Up there talking about lesbians ramming eggplants and cucumbers in their vaginal cavities. Another elder from Alabama told a group of us young guys, he compared us to horny, evil young men, to billy goats. Billy goats pee on their beards and body to smell more attractive to the female goats. I could see how it would be mortifying to parents trying to protect their young children and being astonished and in having to explain to them what they just heard. Some of it was just downright hilarious. A lot of us young guys constantly got into trouble for laughing during the sermons. Ah, those days. Fuck all that dumb shit.
Oh my God. Billy goats?
The stuff that would flow out of these elders and teachers' mouths.
Oh, I know. I listened to the tapes.
Oh, that's right.
I hear the stuff that they spew.
Last one on this. Jennifer says, apparently sex is a very sacred act to these folks. No, Jennifer, it's not. She says, I can't understand how people can say that language doesn't matter. Sex was, I don't even know how to begin to describe it, Laura. They basically tell you when you can and can't have sex, how you can have sex. And if your husband's righteous, he listens. Is all I can tell you. So, yay.
Oh my God.
Anyway, shall we move on to something else for a little bit?
Oh my God. Do you have a Kool-Aid recipe?
I forgot. We should be drunk by now. Oh no.
It's
9:30 in the morning. What did we name this one?
Half-assed.
Half-assed. Okay. It's a Kool-Aid freezy thing.
Oh.
You have to be sober when you're making it.
Like a slushy thing?
Yeah, because you have to put the Kool-Aid in the freezer.
Okay.
And you have to keep stirring it until it gets kind of slushy.
Okay.
Right? And then you add rum, vodka, anything you got. If you got fruit, purify that, throw it in. I don't know.
Kind of like a snow cone.
Yeah, half-assed.
Ooh. Could you imagine like a rum Kool-Aid snow cone?
I know. Now I want one.
That'd be pretty damn good.
Okay. Guess who's going to the bar tonight after work?
Hey, I'm already going to the winery, so.
Yeah, but I don't get done until like 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So, anyway, guess what I found?
What?
I remember the little tiny scrap of prayer cloth.
The one that you're supposed to burn. Is that the one? So God smells your
prayers.
So God smells your prayers.
Yes. Okay. I found the instruction sheet to it.
Oh my God.
Now look at this. It is a whole sheet, front.
It's like front and back.
And half the back. Okay, typed.
Oh man.
And it starts out, dear prayer cloth recipient. and look, here's the little staple holes where it was stapled to it.
Oh my God.
So I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but I'm going to read what you're supposed to do with this thing. Okay.
So the directions.
The directions are, place this cloth on the forehead of the one who is sick, just as we, the elders, would place our hands upon the forehead if we were there. The sickness will depart, and the body will be made well by God. This is all you have to do. Just take God at His word. God alone does heal. This healing does not come from us, nor does this healing come from the cloth that has been sent to you. This healing comes from God alone. Believe in God and His promises, which He has made to you through His Holy Spirit. Place this cloth on the sick in faith, believing that God will perform as He has promised. God will not fail you. We do not want to caution you that once you use this piece of cloth, you will need to immediately dispose of it by completely burning it. Do not keep it around. All praise and glory belongs to God in everything. This piece of cloth is only a piece of rag. Never keep it around or say that it was this piece of rag that did the healing. So burn this piece of cloth at once after it has been used. If you have need of other prayers of healing, another cloth will be sent to you when you call or write. Remember, praise belongs to God. So praise God through Jesus for your healing. That's it.
Oh my God. So God's up there cutting little tiny squares of cloth.
I didn't know how else to make like bold print.
Right.
Did I do good?
You did pretty well. Yeah.
Instructions. They're redundant, are they not?
Oh, they're insane. All I'm picturing is God sitting up there with scissors, cutting little pieces of cloth.
And go and burn this so I can smell it.
So I can smell your prayers. Oh, Lord.
the gems I come across.
Oh, I got some gems this week from the tape.
Oh, before I forget, because that's what we're going to next is the tape, okay?
Uh-huh.
We need to give a shout out to Dina, and I need to tell everybody, Laura is, I don't even know the word. Dina from Twisted Philly sent us some really
Oh, you're throwing me under the
cool-
bus.
I don't need to throw you under the bus. You dove under the bus.
Dina, I'm so sorry.
From Twisted Philly sent us some really cool shit, okay? And to my friend Michael out there, hi. I'm going to post this to your timeline and you're going to love it, dude. But yeah, she sent us some really cool shit and Laura kind of set it under a pile of shit. Now, when was this sent to us?
We met her over Christmas because we went to the Christmas thing with her, the pop-up bar.
Yeah.
So it's been, 2 months?
December, January, almost 3. Hi,
Shut
Dina.
up.
Thank you for the cool shit.
Yeah, I dove under that bus. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
handed me-
I put it under like a pile of crap, and I was going through it yesterday, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch.
It's all good. Banner, nanner, nanner, nanner. So good. So good. Down, narrow,
But
narrow.
thank you again. That stuff is awesome.
It's awesome, girl, and I can't wait to wear the pins. Did you see one was her and her little dog?
Yes.
Yes.
That's some good swag.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's get into, another X-rated tape. What you got for us?
God. Well,
Wait a minute.
What?
This one.
No. This is the remainder of the first one I did.
Oh.
The one with what was it? The protozoa or the amoebas? Or no. The fuck was it? Parasites. Amoebas, parasites. It's all the same, right?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Sperm turns into parasites.
So I tried to listen to the rest of it.
Okay, but you couldn't get through it.
I couldn't get through it. Could not get through it. Okay.
But what you did glean before you went to another tape.
Right. But these are two little things I need to tell you from that other tape, okay?
You give me flashbacks a lot of times when you read this shit.
Okay, well, this is just, and these are random things that I had to pull out because they were just too funny.
It just makes you go, what?
Exactly. Okay. First one is, we live in a world that doesn't make any sense. There are 4 times as many dogs in this world as there are children, and it makes no sense.
That statement makes no sense. What? Why are they comparing dogs to children?
I don't know. And that was just random. It was thrown in there.
Again, does he make up his statistics?
Well, he also makes up his math because we're going to a math problem.
Wait a minute. Did you notice on the list, the tally, they gave us, he says he was going to tell us the 5 F's that men live by.
Yes, and he only listed 4.
Find them, fool them, fuck them, and forget them.
And there's another F.
And wait a minute, I'm sitting there and I'm nudging my friend and I'm going, didn't he just say there were 5 F's? And never did find out what that 5th one was. But yeah, they don't know math either, apparently.
Oh my God. Well, wait, just listen. Listen. Okay. Tell me, what's wrong with this? 7 out of 9 people have a sexually transmitted disease, which means that 100% have a sexually transmitted disease. And yet people with this knowledge will go out and find themselves someone to screw. 7 out of 9 people, which means it's 100%. Exactly.
I don't even know where to go with this.
Exactly. That's right up there with the dogs and the kids.
In sitting and listening to this stuff, I don't know. I guess I blocked a lot of it out because so much of it is so ridiculous. And I would just sit there thinking, is anybody else catching this stuff? Keep going.
Oh, God. Okay, so now we're on to the other tape.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's a new one.
Well, wait a minute. This one is dated January 25th of 2003.
Okay.
This was one of the very last, probably, sermons I heard. No, I was there until later that summer. Shit on me. Again, weekly Sabbath, 10:30 a.m. X-rated, not to be listened to in mixed company. Pedophile elder confessing uncleanliness is crying out to God. Now, did you listen to Pedophile Elder?
I did. I did not grab too much from him because it was a bunch of bullshit that I was just like, what? It's like I said, it's very hard to take notes because they jump around and just... Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I took notes for 10 years. Thank you.
Okay, just saying. So...
Do you know how hard it is to translate in sign language when they're doing this bullshit?
Oh, dear God. No, I can't even imagine.
And shout out again to my friend Sherry, who me and her had many conversations in the middle of services because there was only a handful of people who knew sign language. So she would pretend to be asking me questions and we'd just have a conversation, forget what was going on.
Oh my God.
And by the way, I did not translate for her for the X-rated tapes. And I asked her because there was another girl who was better at it than me. Because I know the alphabet, but I don't know the sign for pussy. I don't know the sign for dick. I do know the sign for bullshit. Here we go. That's the sign for bullshit.
You should have just sat there the whole time and done that.
But, like, I know this other woman had to spell everything out, like, Pussy, DICK, stuff like that.
Oh, my God.
I mean, people who know sign language, I'm sure you know the dirty words, but I was never taught them in sign language class.
Yeah, it's not the first thing that comes up.
No, but remember Ken's sign. Ken.
Kenny's Corner.
Go ahead.
Oh, God. Okay. So from Pedophile Elder, he's talking about the trillions of computers in your body are terrifying. Remember our cells are all little computers?
Yes.
Okay. So then he says, uncleanliness is sin. Even if you shake someone's hand, you must confess this.
Yeah, because you touched somebody.
So you got to confess that you shook someone's hand?
Oh, I forgot about that. Do you remember I told you when I left there was no touching?
Right.
Like, literally... Your boy children could not crawl up in your lap after like the age of 2.
Okay, right.
And the girl children, were not allowed to be in dad's lap.
Oh, that's so sad.
I mean, and then at one point, there was no public displays of affection. You couldn't hold somebody's hand. You couldn't give them a peck on the cheek, because that would, and in retrospect. Because that shows who's with who. You know what I mean?
Have that.
No.
Okay.
So, if you and Greg are walking up for services, you're not supposed to be holding hands. Yeah. Sad.
Gotcha.
They took everything away, motherfuckers.
Okay. And then is uncleanness ord?
I don't know.
Because they were using that quite a bit. Uncleanness.
Probably.
And then he goes on about mad cow disease, and I was just like, I can't take this anymore.
Mad cow disease. Do you remember when mad cow disease came out?
Yeah.
Now, that was a really big thing. And I helped to take care of my friend's husband as he was dying. Shout out to you, Cheryl. Disease? Shout out to you, Cheryl. That's what he fed to her and her family and the entire congregation, that David was dying from mad cow disease.
But little man was saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, David had brain cancer. Okay.
Oh.
I helped to take care of him for a while until he started getting violent at the end. He couldn't be left alone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd get a screwdriver and he would be undoing all of the outlets and he'd put his underwear on outside of his pants and he'd have 6 shirts on. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, poor guy.
He was a sweetheart. I feel bad what happened to him. But yeah, they told Cheryl that the hospital was lying to them that he had mad cow disease. That he didn't have brain cancer. He had mad cow disease. Oh
my God.
And that's when little man opened the slaughterhouse. So we had good beef that wasn't tainted by the world.
Gotcha.
But of course, he sent his minions to the slaughterhouse and the auctions and bought
said it was like really shitty meat.
The sickliest, nastiest cows. So
they probably had mad cow disease.
Probably.
Okay, so now we're going on to little man talking.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
wait a minute.
Oh, what is the tape?
Little man. Finishing touches. Purifying God's house, number 6. The trillions of computers in your body are testifying for or against your body depending on your actions.
Exactly. They're testifying. Little computers are on their little witness stand testifying.
If this is number 6, I'm missing tapes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he would continue the sermons from 1 week to the next, or pick up a couple weeks later because he was at a peace conference.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's lounging by the pool eating shrimp.
Gambling in Las Vegas.
I'm telling you. Oh, tell me about these terrifying computers.
Well, he starts off by saying that he is an especially humbled Okie.
I saw Tasty Okie from Muskogee.
He referred to himself as that, yep.
Oh, he was so proud of that, and all I kept thinking was, you hillbilly dumbfuck.
Now, this tape I really liked.
Really?
The beginning part of it. Because he was starting to explain vitamins.
Okay.
Okay, so I was
Remember, he's a doctor.
Yeah, that's right, he's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor,
He should know about vitamins.
Oh, my God. So he's talking about salt, okay? And he starts breaking it down and talking about its chemical structure.
Now, remember, we had to salt everything that passed the plane of your
Right,
lips.
because someone said, did you have to salt someone's junk?
Yes.
That's right, I remember that.
And even Ken, he would open a new pack of cigarettes, and he would sprinkle salt into his pack of cigarettes. And I would always look at him, and I'm like, it doesn't even stick to the cigarette.
Right.
And he's like, well, I sprinkled salt on it, so it must be good.
Oh, Lord. So he's talking about the chemical structure, and then he starts talking about atoms, okay?
Oh,
which
good.
you
This
know,
should be good.
He says, I should bring you a little bit of this information, but it would take you a lifetime of study to understand it.
A lifetime
No,
of
it would take you
study.
one chemistry class, little man. One chemistry class, that's all. Which you did not have, obviously, after listening to these tapes.
I don't even know if he has, like, formal schooling.
Well, he sure as shit did not take chemistry, let me tell you
He
what.
didn't take English either with the way he talks and
that
doesn't
too.
use punctuation.
Oh, my God. So then he goes on to vitamin D.
Okay.
Okay? It's a fake vitamin, Debbie.
It's fake.
It's a fake vitamin on the market. Maybe, this is in caps, because it was like, maybe it's beneficial, but maybe it's something to actually cause you trouble. I think it's a joke. I use what God gave us, the sun. It's not really a vitamin.
No, wait a minute. He just said vitamin D didn't exist, but he's getting vitamin D from
Well,
the
because
sun.
your body can make vitamin D from the sun.
Right.
When you go out in the sun, your body makes vitamin D. So
Exactly.
that's okay, because you're using natural vitamin D.
Like a plant uses photosynthesis
Right,
to use
because
the
the
sun,
sun-
to make the chlorophyll to feed itself.
Bingo. Right. So that's okay. But to go to a store and buy vitamin D, it's a joke and it doesn't work and it's not real.
Oh, it's not real.
Not what I learned in pharmacy school, but you know what?
I
Little
find
man
it,
knows best.
I find it literally hysterical the way this entire podcast has gone, and the fact that you're a pharmacist and we're reading about vitamins today.
And he was talking about calcium, which he was like rambled on for 25 minutes about calcium. And about coral calcium.
Did you know that sunscreen poisons you and you're not supposed to wear it?
Oh, so you're supposed to get cancer. All
No,
right.
no, the sun does not give you cancer, Laura.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the evil government and scientists have led people to believe. Holy shit, I totally forgot about this.
And the evil dermatologists, right?
My son came home one day. He had blisters on him the size of quarters on
And
his
what was the
back.
reason for that then?
Because asshole let him out in the pool all
No,
day.
no. I meant like, so if you're like, yeah, look, jackass, look, the sun does cause sunburn. It can cause skin cancer.
Well, you're supposed to use it sparingly. Okay? And you're not supposed to own sunglasses either, because the sun actually strengthens your eyes, Laura. And sunglasses, again, they've led you to believe that the sun is bad for you. So here's sunscreen and sunglasses, which break down shit in your body. I totally forgot about all of this.
God.
Oh my God. Yeah, the sun is good for you.
Right, because it gives you natural vitamin D that works.
Yes.
As opposed to the fake vitamin D.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But don't use sunscreen.
No, we can't.
And use the sun sparingly.
Oh, God.
Keep going.
So now he goes on to milk. Okay, and he's talking about how it's full of pus and blood.
Always. That's why we couldn't.
Now, this part really pissed me off because He's talking about, the WIC program. What is it? Women, Infants, and Children.
Yes.
Which is, in case some people don't know what that is, it's basically a program that helps women that can't afford formula.
Right.
Or,
and you get
diapers too?
No. It's formula, milk, eggs, cheese, Cheerios,
stuff
shredded
that your baby
wheat.
needs. It's to help you give your baby what it needs.
And it also is for the mother, for like the cheese and other things for you to eat.
Right.
And it women and children up to age 5.
Okay.
They all.
So it's a very helpful program, a very needed program.
And we had to tithe on it.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. Not only did we have to tithe on it, but formula is bad. Formula is evil.
You get to breastfeed.
Right.
Okay.
But you tell the WIC people that you're feeding exclusively on the formula.
So what do you do with the formula?
Turn around and sell it.
To who if you're not allowed to breastfeed?
The stranger in the land.
Oh my God.
And you know what? Today, all of the formula cans that are for WIC, they're stamped WIC, not for resale. Back then they weren't.
Oh,
because
gotcha.
see, you're supposed to take everything and anything that you can get for free and turn around and make money off of it, because that's more money for little man.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
So listen to what he says about WIC.
Oh,
okay.
So
he's talking about how the evils of milk, right? The pus in the blood.
Right.
It's very cheap. They even give it away on WIC. You get all wicked up. You get all, and then he starts laughing.
Oh, his laugh it's maniacal.
It is disgusting. They make it very enticing because it's free. It's changing your body. Your mind cannot eat your mind cannot eat. Your mind cannot act rationally, and your children cannot act rationally because they're getting all wicked up.
Okay.
I wanted to punch him in the face when I heard that.
Well, that's because they took the milk away from us, and you can't get the cheese. You can't. It was funny because at work a while back, I was talking to somebody and they were talking about making something and they love to eat it, but it's work. And I'm like, girl, you have no idea, because I literally, Laura, had to make ranch dressing. I had to make my own butter. I made my own ice cream. I had gallon jars that had labels on them, chocolate cake mix. And, you use a cup and a half of this mix and 2 eggs and so much milk, so much butter, and you have a cake. I mean, I had to make my own Bisquick, for crying out loud.
Good God.
So, yeah, eventually they took... And see, he's pulling on WIC like this because they weren't wanting people to be able to have anything from the grocery store, is what it finally came down to.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, keep reading.
Okay. This is a gem. This is beautiful. He's talking about the evils of milk, right?
God, I hated when this came out.
This is a gem. So he was behind a couple at the grocery store the other day. They were arguing about something, and I looked down in their cart and saw 2 quarts of milk. I thought, this must be the source that's actually provoking these people.
2 quarts of milk.
So everyone out there, when you're arguing with your significant other...
It's because your milk.
It's because of milk. It's because there's milk in your fridge. Oh my God. I wonder what he thought about that campaign. Got milk?
I don't know, but I do know that a really good friend of mine, hi girl, she listens to us, her and her husband kept goats. And they sold the goat milk, right? And we had, Farmer Yosef down the road, he sold cow milk. And then, the cult had their own cows and sold their milk, right? And my friend's husband actually had all 3 milks tested for blood and pus.
Okay.
Because you can have, water, anything analyzed these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their goat milk came back with the least amount of anything in it. Farmer Yosef's came back pretty much right above theirs, meaning there was pretty much nothing in it. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, guess whose milk came back full of shit?
Oh, let's guess.
Yeah, it would be little man's milk. He'd be selling shit.
Literally.
We got on the list to buy milk, and I think it was a couple of months, but finally, Ken was able to get, I think it was 2 or 3 gallons. And it was in a like one of them big ass plastic water bottle things.
Right.
It wasn't 5, but they make the smaller ones. Mm-hmm. And he brought it home, and I was babysitting that day, and I made all the kids chocolate milk. And the next thing I know, they're projectile vomiting everywhere. The milk was sour. It was bad.
Ooh.
And they weren't even going to give us a refund or a replacement on it. And Ken bitched and threw a fit, and we got a replacement. Took a while.
Oh my God.
But yeah, projectile vomiting, sour chocolate milk throughout my house with 5 kids. Yay.
Awesome. Good times.
Good times.
Good times. Oh my God. So now he's talking about cholesterol.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he's a doctor.
He's a doctor. The only reason it's bad is because of damn toxins you put in your body that make it that way.
Toxins.
Yes.
Blood and pus, parasites.
Cholesterol is very healthy until you make it unhealthy with pus and blood.
We should be shoveling in cholesterol?
Well, all of it's very healthy until we make it unhealthy.
Did I tell you that they started with the eggs? The eggs is the first thing they started with.
Because the frustrated chickens with sex and something.
Chickens can't have sex, and it makes them frustrated, which makes them have bad cholesterol in their eggs. Mm-hmm. And was it you or somebody else? I mean, did somebody in the cult have the job of making sure each chicken got some each day?
Exactly. Who's in charge of that? What's your job, chicken fucker?
No, you're not a chicken fucker. You're a chicken fucker watcher.
I'm a chicken fucker watcher.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay.
Please, again, tell us how cholesterol is good for you.
Well, that's all that he really was saying. But now he's going on to, I don't believe we should be eating meat from the market anymore.
This is a slaughterhouse.
I don't see anything out there that's clean, so we're going to try and supply our own.
Told you, this must be the tape that is when the slaughterhouse was being built, and he was amping it up because that's where we was going to get our meat.
Okay, now I can't wait to see your reaction to this. And if you think I'm out to make money, I don't get a cent out of the health food store. I've never taken 1 penny from there. Every bit that we have left over, and you can ask the bookkeepers about this, goes straight to the work of God. Catch your breath.
You have to remember my mother-in-law was the bookkeeper. They kept 2 sets of books for crying out loud. Oh my God.
That's all I could think of.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I thought you'd love that. He doesn't make 1 cent from there.
Oh my gosh. No, he doesn't make 1 cent. He makes 1,000,000 cents.
Oh my God. And then, I don't know if you knew this or not, but he says, if you're still eating sausage and crap like that from the world, I think you deserve to die in hell if you keep it up.
Oh yeah, hot dogs are nothing but lips and assholes. Lips and assholes. You didn't get to that part?
No, I didn't hear that part.
Oh yeah, that's forever in my head. I don't like hot dogs anyway, but you should have seen the dirty looks I got when he said, that hot dogs were nothing but lips and assholes, and I busted out laughing because I've hated hot dogs my entire life.
Oh my God.
That explains it.
Lips and assholes.
You're eating lips and assholes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So then he goes on again talking about the biological cell resembling a sophisticated computer.
Oh, not just computers.
It's a sophisticated computer.
Each cell.
Each cell, yes. So then he goes on. He's just rambling and he pauses for a couple minutes and I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here? He goes, I lost my train of thought. I think I need some calcium.
Calcium helps with your train of thought?
Yes. Then he's rambling on and on. He's talking about food. And he goes, beans are great. Don't get me wrong. I love them.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Beans.
Beans are great.
I bet you he liked beans so he could fart and make
I was just he's tooting away up there giving the sermon.
Yes.
Oh my God. So then he starts talking about women with their periods now.
Oh God.
And he says a menstruous woman. Again, is that a word? Menstruous?
Apparently he made it. I don't know.
Okay. Approaching one will have her toxins testify against you. These toxins are entering your body when you do this. Of course, if you get that blood on you, you're unclean for 7 days.
Of course.
It takes 7 days for the outside of you to get rid of it, and the inside takes longer.
Yeah.
So just by approaching a woman with her period, her toxins jump onto you?
I guess so. Think of the Care Bears and how they sent the beams of light out.
Okay, so any woman that's having her period sends like beams of toxins.
Yeah, don't approach her. Maybe that's why we carried the menstrual mats around.
Oh my God.
Seriously, I didn't think about it till afterwards. And other women said, think about it. It was a red flag. Hi, I have my period. Don't come near me.
Oh my God. So he's jumping, this whole tape again, like we were saying, he jumps around. Just completely jumps around from like
Random
whatever.
shit here and there.
Here's a fun fact, Debbie. Certain foods, pus and blood, can lead to robbery.
Robbery? How does that lead to robbery?
I don't know, but that's what he said, so it must.
Is it like robbing your cells, or is it
said-
robbing your house?
He just said robbery.
Do you think he had dementia back then?
I think he had mad cow disease. Dear God. So then he's talking about, he goes, remember the DNA, okay? So apparently he had some dream where God was showing him the computers in the bodies.
Okay.
And how they work. And he said he wanted to thank God for talking to him in that dream. For showing him how the body works.
Okay.
So I guess that was his form of medical school. His dream.
God gave him a dream and explained it all.
Okay.
He needs calcium to think.
Okay.
And vitamin D is not real, except in the sun.
That's right, because God made the sun. He did not make the capsules that you buy at the drugstore.
Exactly.
Okay. So he said, our computers are delicately tuned to doing their job under certain conditions. But it can't do it if you throw lard in it, or a woman's blood in it, or saliva that comes from a woman who is menstruating, or anything that will make you unclean. I got nothing.
As somebody pointed out on Facebook, like literally breathing makes the room you're in unclean.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ruby Ridge, I'm sure you've heard of that. Mm-hmm. She had her own menstruation shack out back.
Sort of like the Love Shack, the menstruation shack.
Oh, God. I will never hear that song the same again. Holy shit.
The Love Shack.
Right now, men and women don't live together. The man has to have his own dwelling. The woman has to have her own dwelling because her house is unclean when she's unclean.
Oy.
And guess who doesn't come visit you?
Your husband.
Exactly. I felt so bad for my one friend. She had, I guess, woman problems. Mm-hmm. And, like, she might be clean 2 or 3 times out of the entire year.
Oh, that poor thing. Oh, my God.
Because by the time, if you're bleeding, of course, you...
But then don't you have, like, the 7 days after?
Then
and
you
all
have to
that horse
count.
shit?
Yeah.
Right.
And like I said, I don't really know what was wrong with her, but it used to make her so sad because...
I can only imagine.
Yeah, like, can you imagine only having sex 2-3 times out of the year? Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they tell you when you can have sex, when you can't, how to do it, how not to do it. Yay.
Oh.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. I mean, that's the...
Are you enjoying this tape series?
I did enjoy the vitamin part. I thoroughly did enjoy that, him telling me about vitamins.
Did you learn anything?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yep, I learned that vitamin D is evil, and that calcium is good for when you forget things.
Okay. And, well, wait a minute. Calcium is in milk, but milk causes fights in the grocery line.
And robbery. No, yes. Milk and pus and blood causes robbery.
Well, they cause fights, too.
Yep, they cause fights. Oh, milk, yeah, it could lead to divorce.
It could lead to homicide.
All kinds of stuff. All of the problems in this world are from milk.
Okay.
According to him.
And global warming is caused by STDs, according to him.
Of course.
Did you get to that part yet?
I did not.
Damn it! And we only have 4. We only have one more tape to listen to.
I know.
But see, that's one of them things that I know that I heard.
Right.
That you're just going, wait a minute, how does STDs cause global freaking warming? Do you know what I mean?
Well, but if you've studied like he does and have gone to school like he does, I'm sure he knows the answers.
And not only that, he travels back in time, gets to talk to the prophets and other people, and God comes to him in his dreams.
That's right.
And God tells him things, and he thanks God for showing him these things.
See, a lot of people go to medical school, but he just had a dream and learned about the body. Why waste your time in medical school all those years? My brother should not have gone to medical school.
Exactly.
He should have just had a dream, and he could have saved all that money and all those years of school.
Well, God didn't come to him. God went to little man.
So my brother had to go to medical school.
Well, now remember, you read that counseling booklet way back. That makes
I'm a counselor.
You're a counselor.
Well, damn.
Yeah. Why waste all them years in school when you can just take all these alternate routes?
All these people that have school loans. What nonsense is that?
Yeah, just talk to God. He'll help you.
Read a pamphlet.
Read a pamphlet. Talk to God. As always, the hour has freaking flown by, Laura. This was quite a comical episode.
Oh, shit.
I liked it.
Oh, my God.
I wish we would have had this much fun when these sermons were actually going on. In retrospect, how are we not all dying of laughter in the sanctuary?
Seriously.
Were we blocking it out as it was happening? Was I just
I
not
think
paying
you were in shock. I
attention?
think you had to be in shock. Like, what the hell is this?
The very first one was it was, and then when you knew the sermons were going to be separate is when you knew it was going to be a bad tape.
Right.
Or a bad sermon.
Right.
So, and like I said, they put the wall up 2 weeks after I left. So, yay.
Yeah.
Glad I wasn't there for that one. I might have gone mad and stabbed it, tried to push it over, started screaming, "Lead the revolution, let's get the hell out of here." I always had wanted to stand up in services and just start screaming about little man and how fucked up he is, and nothing that comes out of his mouth is the truth, and anybody else brave enough to leave, and an army of people just get up and walk out. But
unfortunately, no one would have done that.
Probably not. I'd have been escorted out, but still, that would have been in my mind, epic.
A victory.
Yeah, but when you're too scared,
Right.
But I heard some really good advice a while back.
What was that?
Even if you're afraid or scared to do something, do it anyway. You can still be afraid and still do it. And then afterwards, it's like, holy shit, I did that. And why was I afraid? And the more times you do that, the easier it becomes.
True.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm going to leave everybody with just a couple words of wisdom, some 5 rules to live by in life.
Alrighty.
In case you don't know what they are.
Okay.
Forgive your enemy, but remember the bastard's name.
Okay.
Number 2, money cannot buy happiness, but it's a lot more comfortable to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle.
Yep.
Number 3, help someone when they are in trouble, and they will remember you again when they're in trouble. 4, many people are alive only because it's illegal to shoot them. That's my favorite. Until you read number 5. Alcohol does not solve any problems, but then again, neither does milk. Laura, oh my God. I had planned this and I didn't even know you were going to be talking about milk the entire
that's
time.
so funny. Oh my God.
I recommend both, but start out with coffee in the morning. Anyway, guys, that's 5 rules in life.
Shit.
Oh, and don't be an asshole.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Be kind always. Anyway, it's been Deb.
And Laura.
And I guess we'll
We'll talk with you next week.
bye, guys.
Hey, don't drink milk.